This is the story of Hagar. Hagar is an Egyptian slave girl under the mistress Sarai. But because of the mistreatment by her mistress Sarai, Hagar is forced to run away from her home. She is pregnant, alone, and in the desert. We can imagine the distressed condition in which she would have been at that point of time. But the angel of the Lord visits her in the desert. The angel of the Lord calls her by her name, Hagar. From where are you coming and to where are you going? Hagar tells to the angel of the Lord that she is running away from her mistress. But the angel of the Lord tells her to go back. And he also promises her that through her son Ismail, her descendants will be blessed. Later, Hagar gives God a name, that is El ROI, Jehovah El ROI. El ROI means the Lord who sees me. From this wonderful name, we get to learn a wonderful character of the Lord, our God. What is that? Yes, exactly what the Hagar said about him. The Lord sees. What does he see? And how does he see? The first thing is, the God sees your name. In the Bible, wherever Hagar is mentioned, it is mentioned as a slave girl. Both Abraham and Sarai, they addresses her as your slave girl, my slave girl, like that. They don't address her by her name. But when the Lord visits her, he calls her first Hagar. He gives her respect, utmost respect. He gives her name. He uses her name. So when nobody is there to give you respect, there is the Lord who gives you respect. So if the Prime Minister or President of our country knows our name, how great we will feel. But just imagine or just think about this. The Lord God Almighty, He knows your name. He knows each and every aspects about you. In Isaiah 49:16 it is written, do not forget, I will not forget you. I have carved you on the palm of my hand. Carved means what? It shows permanent. It cannot be erased. It shows that you are always in the heart and mind of God. How wonderful. The second thing is that God sees your condition. It appears that Abraham and Sarai leaves her. They abandon Hagar. In her abandoned condition, in her most distressed state, the Lord comes to her. The one thing that struck me in this passage is that it is not mentioned in the Bible that Hagar cries to the Lord for help. But before even Hagar cries to the Lord for help, He comes to her rescue. Same is the case with us also. Before even we put our petition or prayers or request or whatever we want, the Lord knows everything. He comes to our rescue. How wonderful. He sees your condition. The third thing is that the God sees your needs. Being pregnant, alone, and in the desert, what is the most immediate and urgent thing that a woman like Hagar requires? She requires assurance. Assurance that she and her child will be safe. Does the God just give her water and food and send her away? No. He gives her promise. He promises that she will be blessed. Her descendants also will be blessed. What else can Hagar ask for? Just like that, we also can be rest assured that the Lord provides us whatever we need when we need. The Lord who cared for the slave girl Hagar, the Lord who cares for the birds in the sky and then the flowers on the field, He will care each one of us. How much more He will care for us? Just meditate on that. So in our times of distress, instead of crying to God, we can boldly come to Him and say, yes Lord, I know that you see me. I know that you see my need. I know that you see my condition. And I know that you will come to my rescue. Yes, God sees you. You are not alone in your condition. God is there for you. God sees you. Jehovah El ROI.